Well, when you're playing well out there, you seem to get a succession of easy shots, and when you're struggling, it's the opposite. And that's exactly what's happened with Robertson so far in this session. He never seems to have been in prime position when he can pot 4 or 5 balls from 9 inches to a foot away from the object ball. It just hasn't happened. And normally he's probably the best player in the game at what we call the recovery shot. One of these is coming up here now, but not today.
Robertson, 13.
His strong suits are leaving him down today. His long potting and his safety play, they haven't been at their highest levels.
Well, Ronnie thinks he can squeeze this red in, can he? He can. Well, that's amazing. I think Neil Robertson just assumed that red wasn't available. It was tight, but there was just enough room between the red and the black.
Nine. Fourteen. 15.
Not the best angle. He's got an angle on the pink, but he's going to have to force the cue ball up. And but if these reds break nice, could be another frame in the bag. He's not on anything easy.
21. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 21.
Well, that was a bit adventurous, expecting him to play a good safety. I suppose he was covering the right-hand side of the table, but to let that red run loose, he's tempting Neil Robertson to play the pot on this. Just flicked past the blue. Yeah, that was a good shot because it took a lot of discipline there to turn down that pot. Just get the feeling at the moment, Terry, that Ronnie is just thinking that his opponent's not going to score many, so he's pushing the boat out a little bit. Can be a dangerous thing to do.
Certainly against a player with Robertson's class, yes. And the double he took on in the previous shot when he lost position was born out of frustration. I'll say it again, John, that when O'Sullivan's playing at his best and you're watching him, anything but his best looks ordinary, very ordinary. It's still pretty good, but it just seems like that.
Where's the cue ball going? Oh! Well, if it drops in, he'd have left a long pot on for Neil Robertson. Now, in the jaws of the pocket, tough safety to play. He'll play the pot, but so much more difficult in the jaws of the pocket. Well, that was a tremendous pot. That really was. That's more like it from Neil Robertson. And he's just about on this yellow.
Once again, he hasn't got a great angle. He's checking here if he can get past the green with the cue ball, because he needs to hit it with pace to get up for the reds. And that'll throw the cue ball a little wider off to the right as it contacts the yellow.
Yeah, and the problem is when you're so close to the side cushion, not a lot you can do with the cue ball. I think that's why he's looking to just roll to the brown and leave Ronnie in trouble. Maybe snooker him on all reds.
Neil Robertson 1.
Ronnie playing a little swerve here to get to red just below the black. It's not bad. He's avoided the cannon with the blue and left the cue ball near the side cushion. No pot on here.
Oh, that was high risk safety, I must say. He could have double kissed the red, put it over the corner pocket. There's so many things that could have gone wrong with that one.
Yeah, and he could have hit the bump of the middle pocket and left the cue ball back down at this end. But he's left a long pot for Ronnie, and if he knocks this in the way the balls are situated, he's got a 21-point lead. This could be the frame winner. Floated it in beautifully, played it with lots of confidence.
Doesn't like the green, which is the easiest pot, of course, but the blue gets him on these reds here. Still not perfect on the reds. I'm not used to seeing Ronnie slip out of position.
Seven.
We always talk, John, didn't we, about his great positional skills and break, but we forget how good a potter he is as well.
Well, absolutely. You can't be a top-class player unless you can pot good balls.
14.
Here we go now, 35 points of lead. Means red, black, and one more red. And if he does that, he'll have won 5
15.
in a row. Didn't play the cannon on the red along the top cushion. He knows he only needs the one red. Another glance
20.
at the scoreboard. 43 ahead at the moment. 43 remaining.
23.
And that going in means he's 44 ahead now with just 35 left. Make that 49 and nicely on the red.
28.
So this is a dream start for Ronnie.
29.
How about this for a touch?
36.
Well, a little bit short. I thought it was going to be perfect. No bother about the yellow, he wasn't interested in it, he just wants to get the balls racked up again.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 36. Okay, Neil?
And Neil Robertson concedes, so they played 5 frames in this afternoon's session, and the Rocket has won them all. Neil Robertson on the back foot, 8-5 down.
And this is getting more difficult to fathom, guys, because Neil Robertson is just not at the races today, despite going in there for 15 minutes practice and trying to get himself loosened up, John.
No, he's not there at the moment, and it's a very worrying time in the match for him. What have we got? A few frames left to play in this session, 3 to go. Probably needs to win 2 of them, I would think.
Stephen, your impressions of the way Ronnie has played this afternoon?
Well, he started off like a train, but he's made mistakes. He's not winning the frames in one visit anymore, but he's not having to. Neil's not punishing him for any mistakes, and when he gets in, he's not getting himself in prime position, and it's starting to look a bit desperate. John says he needs 2, but I think to win this match he needs all 3.
Okay, so these really are pretty difficult times for Neil Robertson. You were mentioning, Ken, when we were watching Ronnie O'Sullivan floating around the table towards the end there, particularly the percentage of long balls going in. The potting has been magnificent from him at times today.
I think we remember here maybe last year, the year before, where his long ball game was totally off, and he was missing him by quite considerable distance. But his focus, his long ball game, even his safety, I mean, he's keeping Neil tight, and his safety is